winter is approaching here in New Zealand and Australia, this is powerful time in Ayurveda to adjust our routines and strengthen our immunity. So I would love by asking our Ayurvedic expert, Linda, who had given more than 15,000 consultations, not in New Zealand, Australia, Europe, USA. So Linda, my question is, how can we best prepare for seasonal change in the colder months ahead?
That's a very wise question to ask at this stage of nature's change, Aida. So the first thing to remember when we move from autumn into winter is that we're moving from Vata, and as winter arrives, more into Kapha season. Yeah. And what do we mean by that? So what we mean is underlying all of creation, Ayurveda explains, is 5 fundamental elements of creation: space, air, fire, water, and earth. Now, when we talk about balance, we're talking about a balance of those underlying constituents within you. And you are influenced by the environment. So as the weather changes outside, if it's colder or more windy, then you're going to experience more increase of the wind and space element Vata. And if it's cold and damp, more of the Kapha quality in you. So I come back to this basic, that you are a combination of these 5 elements, and they form the basis of your dosha, whether it be dosha by body type or dosha by Vrikriti, current imbalance. And so when we look to restore balance or to maintain balance over winter, what we want to look at is, what is the quality of our food? What is the quality of our activity? What's the impact of our environment on us? So if we look at the Mahabhutas, what is increasing as we move from autumn into winter? So the element of water, more dampness is increasing, and the element of coldness, quality is increasing. The fire of Pitta that was here in summer is no longer here. We've had the cold of Vata, now we're heading into the cold of Kapha. So what does that mean for us? The core principle to always remember is similar will increase and dissimilar will decrease. So do we want more cold? No, that will lead to phlegm, congestion, build up, achy joints, low mood. No, we don't want that. So what do we want instead? We bring in the opposite. We want to bring in warming food, warming drinks. We want to stay warm. When we go outside, we want to bundle up so that our head, particularly here and here, is covered, because this is the area where Vata is more sensitive. Yeah. And as we age, that's particularly important because we're going into Vata stage of life. So when we go out, a scarf, a hat that protects here and here is more important. So in short, Ada, what we want to do is we want to follow a warm diet, which is using spices that we're comfortable to have, some increased pepper, some increased ginger, whether it be powdered or fresh, some warm foods, no more cold salads, no more cold fruit. Fruit that is cooked on is considered to be ripened on the vine, interestingly, is considered by Ayurveda to be cooked by nature. But even so, in the depth of winter, it's probably still better to cook the apples and the pears than to have them raw. Yeah. So the other thing we need to be considerate of is that if we're not digesting our food correctly, then that puts our immune system to work because it has to clean up the armor that's created from incomplete digestion. So this is a particularly important time to make sure that our digestion is strong. We're often attracted to heavier types of foods at this time of year. So as a result, we want to make sure our digestive capacity can handle that. When we're cold, we naturally want those richer foods as well. So what do we need to do? Digest tone is a must for everyone. 1 to 2 tablets an hour before bed. That helps to keep the impurities from accumulating. The second thing is a digestive to help digestion. So for kaphas, that's Agni balance, and that's taken before the meal. 1/3 of a teaspoon in the first mouthfuls. For vatas, it is digest plus, which is taken after the meal. And for pittas, it's digest medium, which is taken after the meal. So it's important for us all to be ensuring we look after our digestion at this time of year. And then the last thing is, how do we warm ourselves up physically? We do it by exercising. And when the sun is less in the sky, then we don't get enough sun on the pineal gland. And as a result of that, we can start to experience a low mood. This has even been given a term called seasonal affective disorder. Okay, responsible for low mood because we're not getting enough sunlight through our eyes, affecting our pineal gland. So exercise is an important part of this time, even if you don't feel like it. It's cold outside. See about doing some exercise inside. Yeah. Walk around a local supermarket, a local mall, if that's the only place you can get inside. Go to the gym if you have a subscription. Be outside in the part of the day where it's not rainy. And a client of mine today told me that she'd been out with her umbrella this morning because she wanted some exercise and it wasn't that wet actually. So find a way to be exercising. It's important for this stimulation of warmth and also to protect your immunity. At this time, there's also a couple of herbs I do recommend. One is called Tulsi, which protects the lungs and the respiratory area. And the other one is Amrit Kalash. Both the powder, so the ambrosia and the nectar, very important for immune strength and also for nourishment and for stability of mood through the season. So I hope that's been of help for you. And there are some food lists that are available on the website that we should make sure that is available for you so that you could pop there and see the sorts of foods that would be good at this time of year. So there's one that will be called Vata Kapha and Apita Kapha, and I'll get Aida to load them up for you so you can go and have access to them. So if you're a Vata person or a Pitta person, you're taking the Vata, but you've got the Kapha foods to balance